Following up, it's a promising lead. Okay. If let's say if we have two options. Option number one, follow up with the guide that said that was interested yesterday. And option number two is to start approaching new people. Which option is easier? Following up with the people, with the one that told you that they were having some health issues and was looking for a new income, or started a conversation with a brand new person? Option one or option two? Which one's the easiest? Drop it in the chat. Option one or option two? Option one, right? Option one is definitely the best option. Following up with someone that says that was interested already is always the smartest decision when starting the momentum in the business. So following up, it's super important. Your time is precious, and you need to focus on the people that are most likely going to be a yes. Okay, with the follow-up, the prospect already knows your name, they already knows your offer, they already know what you're doing, they probably read a website, they join a Zoom, or they watch your stories. There's already been exposures with people following up. Okay, so start with those people, keep a tracking sheet, and you'll see that you're going to have a lot more success than constantly having this pressure on yourself to talk to new people when you already have people you already spoken to. Okay. You can grow your network marketing business more quickly if you work more effectively. And this is why following up is such an effective way to start growing your business. People are busy. All of your prospects are friends, they have families, they have other responsibilities. On top of that, there's other things that are demanding their attention. Maybe it's their children, maybe it's their bosses, maybe there's their partners, who knows? So people get sidetracked and forget about your offer or your text message with a blink of an eye. Everybody forgets. I forget. You know how many people ask me things, or you guys ask me questions, and I forget to answer? It's so easy to get sidetracked. So your prospects are not any different. They're not responding because they don't like you, because they're not interested. Most likely they're not responding because they're busy with other things and they forgot. That's why they didn't join your Zoom. That's why they didn't respond your text, because they are busy with other things. So following up is super important. This girl offered me on Instagram, I forgot what it was, a product, and I really wanted to buy it, but I couldn't find her DM because I had so many DMs, and I was hoping every day that she messaged me back because I wanted that thing so bad, but I still haven't gotten it because she still hasn't followed up with me. That is how important the follow-up is. Okay, so a couple of tips that I want to go over when following up. First, do not be needy. I always tell this, do not show yourself in a desperate state. Do not show yourself being needy. You don't need them. On the opposite, they need you. They need what you have. Okay, so you're bringing them an opportunity and something that's extremely valuable to them. So don't be needy. Your posture tells a lot. And anything else that you'll do, nothing else that you do will be better than you having a strong posture. You're not going to be great at the beginning, just like all of us when we rode our bicycle for the first time and we fell 100 times. So you're not going to be great at the beginning, but you need to practice to become great. So you need to practice following up and messing up and not being desperate. And maybe you're going to show up desperate like 10 times until you realize that, okay, this is how I'm not supposed to be desperate, but you have to practice it to do it. And that is a super important tip. So don't be needed. Don't be so attached and addicted to the outcome, because it's not about you. It is about them. You're not asking them to join your business. You're presenting an opportunity for them. That's what you're doing. You're presenting an opportunity, and it's up to them to join or not join. But you're not saying, hey, you need to join my business. You're saying, hey, if I was to show you how to make a stream of income, will you be interested? So you're showing an opportunity. You're not telling them, oh, you need to join this business. Okay. So there's a huge distinction between saying, oh, you need to join this business versus, hey, if I was to show you how to make an extra stream of income, will you be open to it? See, so there is an offer. Okay. Your mindset when you go through this follow-up process, it's going to give you a tons of winning points. If you're going to the conversation with negative thoughts and fear, guess what you're going to create? Negative thoughts and fear on the other person's mind. Okay, so your posture and your approach will be reciprocated back to you. Number 2, stay in control when following up. Set a specific time. Whenever you follow up with someone, never leave it up to them to get back in touch with you, because they never will. If you say, hey, text me when you're done watching the video, call me when you're interested, or call me when you're done, they never will. So do not leave it up to them to follow up with you. Never, ever. Stay in control of the follow-up. Pretend that you're selling $1 million business. Will you follow up with the buyer, or will you expect the buyer to follow up with you? Okay, because you have $1 million business here. So never leave it up to them to get back in touch with you, because that's just not going to happen. People are busy and they have other priorities than just follow up with you. And don't take it personal. That's just how it is. Always set up a specific time for you to follow up with them. Hey, if I was to send you a recording, will you have 15, 30 minutes to watch it? And if they said yes, you say, great. By when will you watch it? I'll be watching by Friday. Great. So if I called you on Saturday, you would have watched it for sure, right? Awesome. So what time on Friday would be a good time to touch base with you? Anytime between after 2. Great. Well, how does 3 p.m. sounds like? Perfect. So we'll follow up on Saturday at 3. Here's the link, honey. See how now I'm sending the link after I already have the follow-up confirmed? That is the professional way to do it, because now they have committed to you that they're going to watch it by Friday, because when you call them on Saturday at 2, they already would have watched it for sure. So they made the commitment, not you. You just asked a question. They committed to Saturday or Sunday at 3. You only ask by when would they watch it, and they give you the date. So always ask and set up the next appointment before you send the link. Don't just say, oh, you want to watch the recording? Here you go. Forget about it. That's a lost case. You lost your lead. That person is not going to watch the recording, and you're not going to have access or already an appointment to follow up. Do you guys get that? So be in control and stay in control of the follow-up with getting a specific time. You can also give calls to actions. Would you have 10 to 15 minutes to watch a recording? First 15 minutes is explanation, last 15 minutes is stories. So if you're short on time, just watch the first 15 minutes. By when would you watch it? By Friday at 5. Great. Can you please send me a thumbs up when you're done watching it? If you're on Instagram and you don't know the person. Okay. Can you please send me a thumbs up when you're done watching it? And they're going to say, yes. Okay, here's the link. So you get their commitment before you send in the link. Does that make sense? Always get the commitment before you send the link. The link comes at the end. All right. So asking for a specific time also shows courtesy to them, because it's working around their schedule. So you're actually following up with them when they want it, and you're opening time on your schedule. Okay. And you're an important person. You're a busy person. So let them know if you cannot make it on Saturday at 3, please let me know to reschedule, because I have a super tight schedule on Sunday. See how now you're making yourself busy, you're a priority, and you made this exception to talk to them on Sunday at 3 after they watch the video. And if they can't make it, to please let you know, because you have such a busy schedule that you need to look at your calendar. See, now this is a totally different posture from just sending randomly a link and expecting the universe to give you a sell. Okay, that's just not going to happen. So make yourself busy. Do not be needy. Set a specific time. Stay in control. Your posture is super important. So then tip number 3, ask for what they like best. This is one of the biggest issues that we have with running our business from home and following up with other people. Okay, because we're asking ourselves, What do I say? How do I control the conversation? What do I not say? The rule is say less. There's a saying in network marketing that if you talk long, you talk wrong. Okay, if you talk long, you're talking wrong. Say less, and don't throw up on them. Oh my God, you need to do this because you know this is amazing, and you're also going to transform your skin and your nails and this and that. Don't sell past the closing. That's another tip that I learned actually for one of our leaders. And yesterday, actually, I bought a pair of shoes. And then as I was walking out, the sale attendant said, by the way, do you like this jacket? And I was like, I just paid, dude. Like, you should have done that before I actually paid. Like, you're trying to sell me past the sale. Okay. So a lot of us are trying to sell past the sale, and don't do that. When you ask what did they like the best, the conversation stays in the positive. Okay, this keeps the whole conversation in the positive. And what this does is that it allows you to relate to what they like the best and tell them how you like the same thing they liked. Also ask them what else they like and keep on building on the positive. What did you like the best? I love the way that this is simple and convenient. Oh my gosh, I love that too. By the minute, like I always carry shake on my purse in water, and it's just so convenient. I get access to this at all times. What else did you like? I also like that it's just 5 green superfood salads, dude. Like, oh my gosh, I love that too. I never ate salads before this, and this makes it so easy for me. So what else did you like? See how like now you keep on building on the positive, and now the mind of your prospect is like on fire, right? Because you're agreeing and you're justifying and you're validating with your own experience what they liked is what you also terribly like. Okay, guys? So ask what they like the best. Don't ask, what did you think? Oh my gosh. Absolutely do not ask, what did you think? Because they're going to say, I thought it was long. I thought this was too salesy. It will sabotage the whole process. Raw. You want to say something? Okay. When you ask, what did you think? This opens up the doors to a negative response. People tend to default to defensiveness, and typically will find a problem because people love to poke holes. We do too. Okay, we love to poke holes. And it's just a wrong door to open. Never ask, what did you think? And Raw and I sometimes put this into practice, and we watch a movie and he's like, so what did you think? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the most boring long movie ever. Instead of saying, what did you like the best? And when we play this within each other and things that we do in the house, it's like drastic change. So you can even try this with your boyfriend, with your husband, try with your children. Ask your child, like, what did you like the best, honey? Instead of say, what do you think? Because I guarantee that they're going to say something negative. Okay, when you ask that, people will always bring a problem. We are just expert at that. Okay, tip number 4. What if you get stood up? What if they ignore you? And this is the most common thing. Okay, you will get ignored a million times, and you're going to have to build resilience, and you're going to have to build grit. And this is why entrepreneurship makes us so strong. And by the time that you get ignored a million times and rejected another million times, you're going to be unstoppable. And you're going to be so powerful, because when people say no, they're just saying no without a meaning. And as a matter of fact, in a top secret, they're saying no yet. Okay. Everyone says no yet. They're just, I'm not hungry yet. I'm not unhealthy yet. Okay. I'm not overweight yet. I'm not pre-diabetic yet. Okay. Everyone says no yet. Just know that. But what we have, everything is not a no yet. And you will get stood up, and you're going to call people on Saturday or Sunday at 3 after they confirm, and you put it in your calendar, and they said that they were going to watch the video on Sunday. You're going to call them, and they're not going to respond. And it's going to happen. And you're going to leave a voice message, And you're going to say, hey, it's Cody. I was just following up. We had an appointment Sunday at 3. Please let me know when you will be open to a follow-up call. I'm here for you, man. Have a great weekend. And you're going to hang up. Okay. But you're going to let them know that you reached out. So if you have to drop a text message or a phone call or a voice memo or an email, you're going to let them know that you reached out and that you stood up the commitment and you kept the integrity to the call. Okay. People are going to cancel. They're not going to answer the phone, and don't let this hurt your feelings. Okay. Don't let this hurt you emotional body, because you're giving them permission to hurt you, because they're not really doing anything to you. It's just you hurting yourself on the first place because you were attached to an outcome, and attachment create pains and hurts and hurts all of us. Okay. So leave a message again confirming that you had the appointment at that specific time. Let them know if they don't call back that you're going to call back a day later. I hope that you call me back. If not, I'll try again calling you tomorrow. Okay, so now you're letting them know you're going to call tomorrow. Then you're going to show up as a professional that has integrity and that is committed, and you're going to call them the next day. Okay, and when you call them the next day, if they don't answer, guess what? You're going to leave another message. Then you're going to wait 2 or 3 more days, and you're going to call a third time. And then if they don't answer the third time, you're going to do what we call the off the hook. You know, a fish, when you have a fish, which is your lead that said that they were going to watch the video, and now they're still on the hook, right? Because it's the third time. Now you're going to let them off the hook. You're going to throw the fish back in the pond, and you're going to fish a new one. Okay. You're not going to be attached to that person. You're going to move on. Next, until you will have your prospect. You will catch a fish. Okay. So I know it doesn't sound so appealing, catching a fish, but that's pretty much what we do on sales. So you're going to do the off the hook. And the off the hook is something that I absolutely love. And I've been doing this for a long time. And there's different ways to do it. One way, it's, hey, hi, Alexis. I called you a couple of times. I still haven't heard back from you. I promise that I will not call you back about this. So you're not going to hear back from me. I'm your friend first and foremost. Whenever you're ready to take your health to the next level, I'll be here. Have a good weekend. You're scratching them off your list. You're breaking up with them, and nobody likes to be broken up with. Okay? Nobody likes to be broken up with anything, but you're going to break up with them, and you're going to let them know that you're not going to reach out to them again about this. Another way is that you're going to say, hey, Alexis, this is Seema. I hope that you're okay, girl. I never heard back from you. I will take this as if you're not interested on these superfoods or this transformation, or if you're not interested on working together, which is totally fine. I just want to make sure we don't waste each other's time. I will cross you off my list, but let me know if you know of anyone that is open to earning an extra stream of income. Please let me know if anyone is suffering with their health, please. You guys got that? That is so powerful. You're showing up so professional. I hope you're okay. I never heard back from you. I take it as if you're not interested for this transformation, which is totally fine. I just want to make sure that we don't waste each other's time, because now it's very obvious that they're wasting your time because you called them 3 times because they committed to watch the video at a certain time. I will cross you off your list, but let me know if you know of anyone that is open to earning an extra stream of income. Please let me know if you know of anyone that's suffering with their health. Of course, you don't have to use this script word by word, but make sure that you say, hey, I hope you're okay. Because obviously you call them a few times. That usually prompts a response because people don't want you to think that something's bad happening to them or thinking that you did something wrong. Okay. So always say, hey, I hope that you're okay. Like you're worried about them. And people also hate you crossing them off the list. Like people don't like to be scratched out of anything or broken up with anything. Okay. They don't like the notion that you're not even considering them anymore. So make sure you use that. And then a couple more tips. I'll run through them very fast because Lucy's holding a call right now that I'm supposed to be leading that call too. It's going to be about communication. So validate is tip number 5. Okay, so if someone is on the fence, make sure you're getting enough information to help them make a decision. Okay, because most likely what they're looking for is validation. And I always say, hey, I'm so glad you said that because I feel the same exact way. I'm so glad you said that because I had the same doubts and limiting beliefs, and this is what helped me clear my mind. So validate what they're saying. Hey, I feel you. I hear you. I used to be depressed too. And this is what I did to overcome my depression. And this will definitely help you too, if you let it, if you want it. Also ask on a scale 1 to 10, where would you say you are with doing this? I say that all the time. Maybe I pull this off with a lot of you guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you say you are with making the decision? On a scale 1 to 10, how badly you want to do this? Like, don't be afraid to close. A lot of us are so afraid to close that we never close. Okay, so if they say I'm a number 5, I'm a number 4 to making a decision, that's still such a huge win. Anything beyond 1, it's good. It means that they're considering, okay? And your goal is to make them as close to a 10 as you can. If they're a 1, how can I make this a 10 for you? Literally ask them, how can I make this a 10 for you? What would Purium need to do to make this a 10 for you? What would I need to do to make this a 10 for you? If they say 5 or 6, don't just leave them hanging. Like, okay, like we'll talk when it's a 10. No, like ask them, what would you need me to do to make this a 10? What will you need? What information can I provide? What resources can I get you? Maybe they're going to say, I need medical research studies. And you're going to text your upline and say, please give me all the medical research studies. And I have everything. I have the kosher certificates, the organic certificates, the medical certificates, like the scientific proof, the detox certification, I have everything, okay? We even have the World Health Organization certification, which I know to us that doesn't mean anything, but we have everything. So just talk to your upline and say, this is what I need. Maybe they need more stories, okay? So this will also let you leverage your team and those that are better than you. So put them on the phone. Maybe they need to talk to the upline. Maybe you need your upline on the call, okay? Then the next appointment, the next tip is set up the next appointment. We already talked about this, but make sure you always set up the next appointment because it is an exposure game. They are going to be close on the next exposure, always, right? So the goal is to never leave a conversation without the next exposure. So you're always going to have the next appointment, always the next appointment, always the next appointment. You can't ever have the next appointment. And then tip number 7, ask if they're ready to get started. Again, the close, you have to ask. Okay, and a good time to ask if they're ready is right after the validation. Remember, we're gonna validate something, and then the validation right after, you're just gonna ask for the close. And you can ask a couple things. So for example, let me think a couple things. All right, so let's say you're following up with the video. Hey, how's it going? The reason I'm calling you is to ask if you had a chance to review the information I gave you. Were you able to watch the video? Were you able to attend the Zoom? Or you can say something, Awesome. So from what you're telling me, seems like you're ready to get started. Maybe they say, well, I love the conveniency. I love how affordable this is. I love how easy it is. And you're going to say, great. So for when you're telling me, seems like you're ready to get started. Let's get you on. See how you're so naturally saying, based on what you're saying, sounds like you're so ready to do this. So are we signing up here? Are we setting you up right now? Do you have a few minutes? See that you got to be aggressive. Okay. Again, always keep it about them. You don't need them. This opportunity is for them, not for you. Okay. Awesome. So I think I covered pretty much what I wanted to cover. There's a quick video that I want to show you guys. It's 2 minutes. And this is for those prospects that ignore you or they're not interested. So let me share this and then I have to wrap it up because I have another Zoom to be on right now. So let me share this quick video with you guys and it's only 2 minutes. Okay.
My suggestion is when you're following up, and maybe this is someone who, blew you off or something like that, always go with a disarming update, okay? A disarming update. So let me give you an example. So there were, people that I talked to and, when I was just starting in network marketing and they had seen me, in other network marketing companies and not create the level of success that I wanted. And so a lot of people are like, no, told me no thanks, get out of here, beat it kid, right? Those kind of things. But I still followed up with those people. Now, if they were really, really insanely rude, then I just mark them off the list and I don't even want to work with them. I don't care about their talent. If they're just really, really rude, I don't want to work with them. But as long as they weren't rude, but they told me no, I would still follow up with them. Okay, or if they told me they'd watch the video and we never connected. So here's how you do a disarming update. So you call your prospect and you say, hey, remember that thing I was telling you about, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, or whatever? Okay, and they're gonna say, yeah. Okay, now they're gonna say, yeah, because they're waiting. Here comes the pitcheroo. Here comes the amateur rookie salesperson. They're gonna pitch me yet again, and that's where you disarm them. And you say, hey, remember that thing that I talked to you about, a couple weeks ago, months ago, whatever the time frame was, right? And they say, yeah, and you say, listen, I know it's not a fit for you. Disarming. Listen, I know it's not a fit for you, but hey, I just blank. Hey, I just blank. Okay, so I just blank. So let me give you my example. So when I was just getting started in my network marketing company, that first round of call is, hey, remember that thing I was telling you about a couple months ago? Yeah. Well, hey, I know it's not a fit for you, but hey, I just won a Caribbean cruise, and I thought maybe that you knew people that maybe like to travel and things like that, and so I wanted to reach out to you to see if you knew anyone that might be looking to make some extra money. Okay, disarming. So on the surface, I'm disarming and looking for referrals. Now, look for an update. So an update could be, hey, remember that thing that I told you about a couple months ago? Listen, I know it's not a fit for you, but hey, I just recruited this hotshot realtor and she's all fired up and I was just reaching out to you. Again, I know it's not a fit for you, but I was wondering, do you know any realtors that might be looking to make some extra money? Now, what'll happen from this? Okay, one of three things typically. Number one, they'll give you a referral, the straightforward answer, right? Number one, they give you a referral. Here you go. Perfect. Was that a productive call? Absolutely. Number two, they will ask you about it. Wait a minute. Oh, you're actually having success at that. Well, tell me a little bit about it. And that's when you disarm again and you say, I apologize. I just assumed you still didn't have an interest in it, but sure, I'd be happy to sit down with you. Or number three, you raise their curiosity, okay? So maybe they say, no, I don't know any realtors. They hang up the phone and they think, wow, maybe Ray's actually making it happen. But see, all three are good scenarios. That's how you follow up. Here's how not to follow up that most rookie network marketers, follow up. They say, hey, remember that thing? Well, dude, it's blowing up, it's exploding, and you really need to get in. So they go for a re-pitch. Instead of a re-pitch, a disarming update, and you'll get more recruits, you'll get more referrals, and you'll at least, at minimum, raise curiosity in those prospects that told you they weren't interested. Now,
that's pretty much it. Do you guys get that? The disarming. So if you are following up with someone that you talked to a few months ago, hey, girl, I know this is not for you. And then you ask for a referral. Okay, I know this is not for you. I know you're not interested. I know this is not in alignment with you, whatever word you use, but you're going to disarm them. Awesome. I will have a recording of this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to text us directly or write them on the Facebook group and we can respond. Other than that, I have to hop into Lucy's call because I'm supposed to be speaking. I'm already 15 minutes late. All right, guys, I think this is great. We'll see you on Lucy's call. The link is on the Slack, right, Rob?
Yep, and I just put it in the chat. I'll
Okay,
put it on the
perfect.
Slack too.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.